You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go take a little road trip.
Let's do it.
We got the trailer on back. Uh-oh. You know, you're like a lucky penny.
Why?
So I just passed a sheriff back there doing 70 and the old Ford here on accident. And he didn't bother me.
That's good.
This thing's got too much power. It just rolls. 70 feels cozy. And by the way, I'm not lost. I know where I'm going. What do we got here?
That's cool.
That was pretty cool. Well, those clouds are pretty, ain't they?
Yep.
I think that's a Land Rover up there. What's he got on the back of the trailer now? You're blocking the view there, darling. Okay, good.
Sorry.
Well, let's see if this Ford will tote the little thing back there. Seems like it's doing all right.
Seems that way.
Maybe it'll merge onto the interstate okay, too. Seem to be having any trouble. Let's see if this thing will go up this hill. Wonder why it's doing that.
It's a Ford.
Pretty simple device. All right, here's what we got. It's a pretty sweet little car. British Leyland. MG. Alright, it's not for me. I went and picked it up for somebody. I'm going to see if I can get the thing running. It hasn't run in 10 years. And I've never worked on one of these things before, so we shall see what happens. Looks to be pretty solid. There's a little bit of rust right there. It says 6,486. Surely that's not right. But the guy said it never was on the interstate. It just went back and forth to college a couple miles away. So I don't know. Let's air up the tires and see what we see. Raise the hood and such. Last got the oil changed in 96. Oh yeah, it's over 100,000 miles. In 94 it had 93,000. Well, anyway, let's do some investigating. Well, a look inside the trunk reveals, I guess that's a top and not a pair of chaps. And another top and a spare and a little wrench to take the wheels off, and a hammer. I don't feel like heavy enough to be lead, but and a bit of rust, but not bad. Not too bad. Oh yeah. And one speaker. Let's see what else we see. Oh, one other thing we noticed. That's not good. The gas pedal, clutch, and brake all appear to be the same size pedal. Let's see if I can figure out how to get the hood open. I determined you gotta pull on that little thing to release the hood latch. It's got a B on it. I guess that's for bonnet. I would have been looking for an H for hood. It's got 110 cubic inch. Four-cylinder. Somebody's been eating sunflower seeds. And two of them carburetors that look like Cutworm had on his Herald. Well, I'm gonna do some checking. Check about the brake fluid. Check the engine oil and the antifreeze and see what I see. Well, I'm gonna go in the garage and get some brake fluid and fill up that reservoir and see if I can't get any brake pedal out of it. And then determine where the battery's at. I think I saw it under the car when I was chaining it down. So, and it could use some air in the tires. Alright, a few more observations. I had a doozy of a time getting the gas cap off. Don't seem like that was very well thought out. The gas don't smell new, that's for sure, but it don't smell like turpentine either. So I notice the fuel filter's empty too, so maybe that bodes well for the carburetors. And the battery's back there, and somebody hopefully scratched in positive and negative. I'm going to get some jumper cables and a battery and see what we see. Tell you one thing, this ain't really a car meant for me. Ugh. Anyway, I got a little brake pedal now. That's a good sign. Turn the key on. The heater's blowing. And we'll have to figure out how to turn that off. Let's see if the radio works. Whew. We gotta turn that off. That stinks terrible. Mice. Gas gauge shows very low. My gosh, that stinks. Let's see if the engine will turn over. Oh yeah. Let's put some gas in it and investigate further. Whew, I gotta evict the mice out of that thing. That stinks awful. That's the worst I ever smell, I believe. Alright, we're gonna see if it's got spark. Spin it over. No spark. Yeah. Sure you don't want this thing?
No, I'm a Chevy girl.
You would have been the cat's meow in the 70s.
And I'm not now. Some might differ with you.
I'm not sure how to respond. We're running out of daylight here, so we gotta hustle. So we're tag teaming it. Mrs. Heavy Chevy's hooking up the charger, and I'm gonna see about these points. They look a little dirty, so I got me a ignition file. And I'm gonna try to file the points and see if we can get some spark out of it. Should have seen me trying to get in there a while ago.
Same thing.
Yeah, but
the clutch and turn it over.
Yeah, but let me get set up here. Hang on. Sorry for the non-professional camera work here. All right, spin it over. Let's see what happens. Oh, nothing. Maybe I better file them a little more. All right, we've got a little spark. It's kind of weak, but I dribbled a little gas in the carburetor. Ain't got it to hit. I think I'm gonna find a little starting fluid. I don't like to do that, but I just want to hear it do something. All right, we're gonna give it a shot. All right, hit the key. A little something. All right. Obviously, we're not getting any fuel, and I suspect this thing has an electric fuel pump because I have not seen a mechanical one. So let me investigate that a little. All right, I crawled underneath and located the fuel pump and whacked it with a hammer, and now we got fuel in the fuel filter. Just started clacking away. So now let's see what we see here. All right, you got the clutch in?
Yes.
All right, spin it over. Let's see what it does. One more time. All right, we're gonna try this again here. Go ahead. Again. Somehow I gotta figure out how. I think this thing's got a choke. I can't figure out how to pull the choke on. Where's the choke, girl?
I don't know where
You look right at home in this thing. You look like a picture from the 70s.
Really?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm not sure how to take that.
It's a compliment.
Okay, good.
Now find the choke thing. I can't
I
figure
don't
it
know
out.
where there's a choke.
Well, she don't sound real happy, but it's running. I'm having to override the choke. Go ahead. Got 60 pounds of oil pressure. Again. Not sure why that red light's on the dash. It's got plenty of oil pressure. Rev it up just a little. Well, let's work on it some more. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of thrilled.
I know you are.
How long did it take me?
I don't know. My watch isn't working again.
You're just mad because I don't have any numbers on it.
Oh, it keeps quitting.
Read it one more time. You're so handy.
Ignition warning light, red. The ignition warning light serves the dual purpose of reminding the driver to switch off the ignition and acting as a no charge indicator. The light should glow when the ignition is switched on and go out and stay out at all times while the engine is running above normal idling speed.
So it's just saying it wasn't charging. Okay, well that's a relief, sort of. This thing's been sitting 10 years, so it's going to have some gremlins, I'm sure.
In the earlier cars, the ignition and starter were controlled by a single switch operated by a removable...
So what kind of control?
Single switch. To switch on
Anyway, I got some studying to do on this thing.
A clockwise direction. I think if you had your way, I'd have a new car.
I'd buy you this car. See if it'll crank right up.
That's a dream.
I don't know if it's a dream, really. I notice it's got two spark plug non-foulers on the center two cylinders. Not sure why that is. Anyway, we gotta let it run a little bit. I think that's what we'll do now. Running out of daylight, so camera work about over with. It's running better and better.
Yep.
You sure you don't want this thing?
It wasn't smoking.
I think it's growing on it.
I have like metal over my head.
I couldn't think of any wise comment. Well, it's got two problems. One, I filed the points, so I'm sure the points are not set correctly. Well, it smoked pretty good that time, didn't it?
Yeah.
And the other problem is the gas is 10 years old and only mixed with about 2 gallons of fresh, so that probably doesn't help anything, but let's let it run a little while and see if it acts any better. You want to?
Sure.
You sure you don't want to buy it?
I don't want to buy it.
I can get it right. I think.
It's in good shape.
Can you see me now?
Yeah.
The charge light went out.
Well, that's good.
Headlights are on. Got turn signals.
Yep.
Got left. Well, it was kind of fun. We got the bird back in its nest, and I'm going in.